Hey warriors, welcome back to Empowerment and Illness. I'm your host Gwen. We've made it to the final episode of season 7, and what a season it's been. We've risen higher, learned to rest when we're tired, and started turning our strength into action. This isn't the same space it was when we started. We've grown together, and every story, every message, every moment has shaped what's next for us. Someone online recently said to me, "Our great support system doesn't exist anymore." And I understood exactly what she meant. Because when you live with a chronic condition, it often feels like that, like the world doesn't know how to hold space for your pain. Our society rewards independence, not vulnerability. It teaches people to offer sympathy instead of support. So yes, in many ways, she's right. The kind of support system we deserve doesn't exist. That's why we're building it, right here, through Empowerment and Illness. Every interview, every episode, every conversation we've shared is proof that a new kind of support is possible, one rooted in empathy, education, and connection. This movement started with surviving, but now it's growing into leading. And leadership means we don't wait for someone else to build the system we need. We become the builders. This season has been all solo episodes. Just me talking to you, warrior to warrior. But even though I've been sitting here behind the mic, I've never once felt alone, because every story I've shared, every message I've received reminded me that we're all living different versions of the same struggle. I felt this shift happening the day I spoke with the woman who's being bullied by her supervisor for needing medical leave. Or when I talked to the gentleman whose HR department and supervisor refused to respond to his messages. And I think about all of us dealing with the same dismissive treatment from doctors who don't believe our pain or think we're exaggerating our symptoms. These moments connect us. They reveal the truth about what it means to live in a body that's constantly questioned. It's exhausting. You wake up already fighting your body. Then you have to fight the people who are supposed to help you, your boss, your doctor, even your family. You fight to be seen, to be believed, to be treated with basic respect. That kind of fight wears you down. And yet, here we are, still standing, still showing up, still building something together out of that pain. That's why this season has been about turning isolation into connection, turning those moments of dismissal into action. We've built something no system could give us. Community, a space where you don't have to prove your pain. You can just exist, be heard, and be understood. We've learned to turn our anger into awareness, our frustration into focus, and our exhaustion into energy for change. This movement is proof that even when the world fails us, we can create the support we need ourselves. You know, I think we've all hit that point where surviving just isn't cutting it anymore. We've done that part. We've fought through the pain, shown up when no one understood, and held it together even when it didn't make sense to. But after a while, you start asking yourself, now what? That's where we are. It's not about pretending to have it all together. It's about taking what we've been through and doing something with it. The truth is, all those battles with HR, with doctors, with people who don't get it, they've taught us how to see things clearly. We know what's broken, and we know what needs to change. And that's where Empowerment and Illness is heading. We're bringing in advocacy, HR awareness, and yes, even AI automation, because the world is shifting, and so are we. Technology can make life easier. Advocacy can change how people are treated at work and in healthcare, and our voices can make sure no one gets ignored like we've been. We've spent enough time surviving. Now, it's about leading in our own way, quietly, steadily, and together. This movement we keep talking about, it's not a dream, and it's not a speech. It's a plan, a living, breathing system that starts with us, the people who have lived the hard parts and learned how to keep standing anyway. So how do we build it? We start by showing up in every space we've been overlooked in: healthcare, workplace, schools, policies, and saying we belong here. Through advocacy, we're creating templates, letters, and tools that give people the words they need when their voices shake. Through AI automation, we're building systems that make life easier. Tools like My Voice Ally and Flarecast that help people document their truth, predict flares, and protect their peace. Through HR awareness, we're showing companies what inclusion really looks like. Not a buzzword, but as a daily practice. This isn't about perfection, it's about purpose. We're laying bricks for the next generation of warriors who won't have to fight as hard as we did just to be heard. We're teaching them what strength looks like when it's shared, how to advocate, how to rest, how to rise again. And I know what the woman said, that a great support system doesn't exist anymore. It does exist. It's us. It's being built every time you share your story, every time you comment, every time you reach out to another warrior who's struggling. It's being built when we say, you don't have to do this alone. That's what Empowerment in Illness is moving toward. Not just a podcast, but a movement powered by empathy, technology, and action. This is how we change the narrative, by turning our pain into purpose, our voices into solutions, and our strength into a system that outlives us. As we bring this season to a close, I want to take a moment to be real with you. This movement isn't about having all the answers. It's about finally asking the right questions together. What do we need to live better? How can we make the world safer for people like us? What tools, resources, and changes will make sure no one else has to keep explaining their pain to be believed? The truth is, we've already started building it. Every message you've sent, every comment you've left, every time you've shared an episode, that's part of the movement. You've been helping shape something bigger than any one of us. Empowerment in Illness has become more than a podcast. It's a safe space, a classroom, a call to action. It's the place where we teach each other how to fight smarter, speak louder, and care deeper. And yes, we're still tired, we still flare, we still break down sometimes, but we're learning that strength isn't about never falling apart. It's about rebuilding, even if your hands are shaky. It's about saying, I'm still here, when everything in you says to give up. That's where real empowerment lives. As we move into what's next, the new tools, the deeper advocacy, the conversation that challenge the system, I want you to know you're part of it. Every listener, every warrior, every voice matters. You're helping us build a world we've been asking for. One where empathy isn't rare, accessibility isn't optional, and chronic illness isn't treated like an afterthought. So as we wrap up this chapter, remember this: the movement isn't something waiting to start. It's already here. It's in your story, your courage, your next decision to speak up instead of staying silent. This is the heart of empowerment in illness. This is the heartbeat of hope, and it's only getting stronger. This episode is brought to you by Empowerment in Illness, where we strive for advocacy through action, empowerment through knowledge, and inclusion through understanding. Today's sponsor spotlight is on the Pain and Fatigue Essentials collection, created for the days when your body feels like it's fighting against you. Each item in this collection was designed to bring comfort and ease. Whether it's a weighted blanket that helps calm your nerves, a soothing balm that eases the aches in your joints, or a sleep mask that finally lets your body rest the way it deserves to. We also want to highlight the paper trail, your personal medical binder that keeps all of your important records in one place. Every lab result, every medication, every note that tells the story of your journey. It's peace of mind in the binder form, so you never have to scramble for answers again. And if you're looking for a way to reflect and heal emotionally, the Healing Pages Journal is waiting for you. It's filled with prompts that help you process the hard days, celebrate the small wins, and reconnect with yourself in the middle of chaos. And finally, don't forget, through the fog, a chronic illness guide to completing the SSI paperwork. It walks you step by step through the process so you don't have to figure it out alone. Because here, we believe information is power, and power leads to peace. Everything we created has one purpose: to make your life a little easier and your journey a little lighter. You'll find all of these through the link in my bio or at the end of the posting. Take what you need, share with another warrior, and remember, comfort isn't a luxury, it's part of your healing. Be prepared. Don't panic. Before we leave, I would like to close with a special portion of the show I call Healing Heartbeats. This is where we allow ourselves to wallow in sorrow. Give yourself 3 minutes to laugh, cry, scream, cuss, or just sit in silence. Whatever you need to do to feel it, do it. Let the depression in for only 3 minutes. Once you reach 3 minutes, compartmentalize it and get back to living. This is a rinse and repeat behavior. You cannot let depression take over, because when it does, it will not let go. When we hear about the passing of someone, they have the day they were born and the day they pass away. There is a dash in the middle. It's not a long line, but a short dash. That dash represents your life. Go live in spite of having a chronic illness. Don't let your condition stop you. As we wrap up season 7, I've been thinking about everything this season taught us, about life, resilience, and what it means to keep going even when the world feels heavy. We've learned that strength isn't just about standing tall. Sometimes it's about knowing when to sit down, when to rest, and when to start again. We've learned that self-advocacy isn't loud, it's consistent. It's the quiet no when someone crosses a boundary. It's the moment we speak up in a doctor's office. It's the courage to say, "This isn't working for me anymore." This season reminded us that hope is a muscle. It grows when we use it. It taught us that joy isn't something we wait for. It's something we create. Even in the middle of the pain, we've learned to see community not as a luxury, but as a lifeline. Proof that none of us are fighting alone. Through every story, every flare-up, and every reflection, we've grown stronger together. We've stopped seeing our illnesses as the whole story and started recognizing them as chapters in a bigger one, a story of survival, purpose, and power. Empowerment in illness means advocacy through action, empowerment through knowledge, and inclusion through understanding. That's what we built together this season, and it's only the beginning. So as we close this chapter, remember, growth isn't always loud. Sometimes it looks like a deep breath, a quiet victory, or a small act of courage that no one sees but you. Those moments count. They're proof that you're still rising. Remember, you have the strength, the heart, and the support to continue your journey. Be safe.